Well, the right hand was a punch that landed a lot for Castellanos. Set up mostly by jabs, but in that case, he was just able to land it as a lead right hand. And counter left hooks as well there.
The winner of this round by a score of 1-0 out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Alexander Castellano.
So,
all right, that was good.
2 for New York. Good effort by Castellano.
Round 3 is in the featherweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, multi-time national champion, Angelis Lopez Mendez. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Janisha Intira Morandi.
Well, 2 ways to look at Morandin. That slow to get out of the blocks in TBL, but then on her first occasion this year, nice victory over Leanne Calderon. And when you get that first one to start the season, may kickstart the idea that it will be a different year for you.
Push for the DJ. We are live with some more team boxing league. We got the NYC Attitude going against the Houston Hitmen.
Now she has a total of 5 losses, but you're right, it could be a momentum changer for her. And against Mendez, who is 10-7 in team boxing and a good performer who won her fight last week, or in the season opener against Maria Antunes. It's a lot to face. Good left hook by Mendez.
Yeah, Mendez pursuing and loading up, and you can sense the confidence that she's got. Mendez trying to cut off the ring. Good combination here by Mendez.
Morandin, another Brazilian fighter, 31-year-old who's not had a win as a pro in regular pro boxing beyond the TBL, so she's hoping to get her second team boxing league win.
Mendez teeing off, and you see not only the effect of these, but earlier, just the idea if you're bigger than your opponent, that they
shot to the wrist, to the body.
She is. You could feel her being a lot stronger than Morandin. Morandin's landed some pretty good jabs, but the strength factor, good body work also by Mendez. Really good work by her.
My goodness.
Uppercut by Mendez.
Don't drop your hands.
Containing Morandin.
You know, based on her performance last week and what we're seeing here, don't you feel that Mendez is looking to have a really good season this year in the team boxing league?
Yeah, she's going to be off to a nice start. This is a good way
body
to build
shots
for her. Really like her fundamentals and digging in and getting the most of these punches.
Morandin needs to start throwing.
She really rips the body shot here.
Switching lefty a little bit, Mendez, so giving us a different look in this round.
What's up, Pizza? Doing all right, man. How are you?
Sometimes you do it when you just think everything's going so well. I'll try something else.
Yeah, I mean, some people might say, why change? But as you say, it's experimental. And she's doing a great job. Morandin has done a good job of moving and giving her angles, but still Mendez lands punches like that right hand she just landed.
Morandin was able to do the move, but it was hard for her to do the stick.
Yes.
Against a very skilled opponent. And excellent job here by Mendez.
That's good, man.
Get a look at how that came down.
And you can hear those punches landing. Big right hands by Mendez. That was very impressive work by her.
I'm all done. I have not used weights since March 21st.
Against one of the hopes for Houston.
Hold on, Pizza, can you say something back on YouTube again, please?
For the NYC Attitude, Angelides Lopez Mendez.
So good
NYC
performance
leads 3-0
by Mendez.
Tonight's fights are powered by Balance of Nature.
Here comes
our fighters fuel with clean carbs
Rodriguez
and real ingredients.
and Alpo.
And now you can too. Grab their new Guiltless Snacks and get 35% off right now with code TEAM at balanceofnature.com. Round 4 is in the lightweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Puerto Rican national champion,
Okay, cool.
Jose.
I see it. Thank you. What's up, Heel? I'm doing all right, man. I'm feeling better. Thank you, Pizza. I appreciate it.
For the Houston Hitmen, Jaden Alpo.
How you been, man?
That's Diaz is 3-2 in the TBL. 2-0 with 2 knockouts as a pro. And Alpo, you saw in the highlights at the start, created some thunder for Houston.
And this is a match where Houston,
man, I wish it was. I wish it was Saturday.
Their fortunes a little bit in this contest because they.
Oh, Heel! I don't know if you saw. Did you see the affiliate sign up link in the CSN Discord? And if not, is that something that you'll be interested in participating in?
Let's take another look at Jose Rodriguez. Some of his highlights: 38 amateur fights, 18 knockouts.
Got him.
Qualifier in the 2024 Paris Olympics.
He got caught with that hook. We saw that glove hit the ground quick.
Attitude fighter.
Yeah. If you want to sign up for it and just add me as a referral, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to be looking at some of the other affiliates that they have to see if they got some that are better suited for us creators.
Risk reward strategy for Diaz, which opens it up for Alpo. That's how he scored his knockdown.
And, you know, Rodriguez went down in his first TBL match this season from a left hook that got there.
So if you gamble, you can come up big or you can be on the floor.
Nah, see, yeah, he's swinging wild, boy.
That left hook, which is a good one for him. He's also got a good uppercut, which we haven't seen yet from Alpo because they haven't been on the inside really for him to throw it.
Damn.
As Diaz continuing to go bombs away.
Yo, he is going hard. He's going haymakers.
Yeah,
he can't swing, bro. Swing.
Impressive in this matchup. And it's creating a very close
he
match.
He was getting tagged.
Power opportunities for both fighters and a good left hand by Diaz.
Damn,
right
what a left.
A lot of problems for Alpo with the left-handed style of Diaz Rodriguez right now. But there's the left hook from Alpo.
He's tough, though.
Rodriguez had gone down with that punch in the TBL opener.
My wife is sick. And my daughter was sick a little bit too.
Even though he's been at
but
risk,
I think
he has been able to
she's trying to get back.
And the right hook of Rodriguez now becoming a factor in this match as it winds down. That was a good
fight. That was a really good fight. That was a really good fight.
So Jose Diaz.
You gotta look back at that knockdown
Rodriguez. Good action in that last round. Close touch.
Like today was a nice day.
Just, you know,
like weather was fine.
Showed us that punch a lot in this fight, and he's looking pretty good here.
The winner of this round by the score of 2-0 in the blue corner for the NYC.
Bro, New York up 5-0 already.
Adriel Diaz. NYC leads 5-0.
Jose Adriel Diaz Rodriguez punctuates an excellent start by the New York City Attitude. That made it 5-0. The Attitude is flying.
Yeah, Hill, man. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Once again, we are live with the Team Boxing League. We're live on Twitch and on YouTube. Yeah, how's everything else up with you, man? You said, listen, I wish it was Saturday today, man, but it is what it is. Yeah, you was going crazy, Pizza.
Welcome back to Team Boxing League. Well, that knockdown by Rodriguez lets us look at the scoring system. 4 points for a KO, TKO. 1 point for a decision. Every knockdown is a bonus point. So that knockdown made it a bonus point and a 2-point victory for New York. And we've seen a lot of dramatic 4-point swings in the early going this year. The new scoring format has led to some explosiveness. Let's take it back inside.
Round 5 is in the super lightweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, the German Gypsy, Katarina Lehner. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Latrivia Pierce.
Oh, boy.
Right, the German Gypsy against Latrivia Pierce. As New York City off to a great start.
I think New York might get this one.
To change those fortunes.
Let's see if Houston can get to it.
TBL debut. She had a win outside of the TBL in just the 13th of March, so not that long ago. Katarina Lehner, boy, she's had experience in everything. Pro experience, bare knuckle, and one fight in the DBL, but she hasn't been here since 2024.
We've got Amelia Moore standing by with a special guest. Take it away, Amelia.
Hey, Dave, we are down here in the bullpen with Cassius Chaney. He's actually a former teammate of mine with the Boston Butchers, and we saw each other a little bit earlier when he was getting warmed up. I just wanted to, you're here with your debut for the NYC Attitude, and what brought you over to the NYC Attitude?
Coach Benny and I had already been in a little contact, and I just told him that if it worked for my schedule, I would do it. And
there you go. All right, let's go.
So I said, you know what, I'll shake some rust off, come and be around some good energy.
You know how it is, boxers. We have to always have the little flavor here and there. And right now, we were talking a little bit about what you're doing outside of the ring, working with youth program.
Yeah, I work at the Waterford Country Schools, and I just started, so I'm only like 5 days in as a personal aide, and I'm enjoying it. Have a great staff there that allowed me to be able to do this. You know, I took the last 2 days off, so I can come down here and do my job. So I'm enjoying it, and I had one of the best teachers. What's up, Chanel? So cool. Yeah.
That's fantastic, and a lot of times we don't get the opportunity to be able to exercise other facets ourselves. So, man, that's so awesome to be able to see you reconnect. I can't wait to see you later on. You're going to be in the middle rounds and in the money rounds, man. Go get it. Thank you. Dave's back in the ring, Dave. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amelia.
So
Yes,
TW,
a lot of,
he had a little segment with
engaging
Icon
and
Lee,
intriguing stories of
and
the
Icon Lee
boxers
was trying to
as
get him to join
Yeah,
forces
very
with
much.
him.
And because
And
there are so
TW
many
was like,
boxers
I'm
on
not
team
doing
boxing
that.
any given night, you're going to get a bunch of those kinds of stories. It's a fascinating group of folks.
Oh, Big Zo
It's
followed me on
amazing the way
Instagram.
how they got here and what they do outside. It's such a melting pot from different disciplines, and then you get a lot of things that they're doing outside.
Well, as evidenced by Katharina Lehner here from Germany, lives in Cologne. Here she is in the team boxing. And she has had a pretty good round here against Latrivia Pierce.
Latrivia looked kind of
She's
scared.
established the jab pretty well and has mixed in some right hands as well.
Good boxing skills by her, utilizing height and reach.
She had one fight in the TBO back in 2024, now making her return, hoping she can help the NYC Attitude get back to another championship match. Good right by Lehner.
NY got this. New York got
the
that.
geography of this round and
New York got that. That's easy.
had herself a good round.
Looks pretty satisfied with the effort. Yeah, really did a nice job in basically cutting the ring in two.
Pierce had some good moments early and there she was using the jab, Pierce trying to set the right hands up, but then Lehner kind of came back in the round. In the second part of the round, as you see her use her own jab, seemed like it favored her. We'll see whether that was enough to get her the decision or Pierce's kind of fairly good early start will carry the day.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0 in the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, the German Gypsy, Katharina Lehner.
All right, so 6-0 for New York. Good effort by Lehner.
This round brought to you by Serenity Springs Recovery Center, a place of recovery and self-discovery. Round 6 is in the welterweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Adonis Wilkins.
He look like he a problem. Oh, he look like he's a problem.
In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Manuel, the Venezuelan monster, Sangroni.
This might be a good one. This might be a good one, y'all.
All right, the international flair, the German Gypsy, and now the Venezuelan monster. Back to back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Adonis Wilkins facing another left-hander. He lost in his season opener against the lefty Isaiah Johnson, so he'd like to turn that around against Sangroni.
Yes, they going at it. Yes.
Sangroni making his TBO debut.
Trying to come right at Wilkins here. It's a 2-0 pro career.
Wilkins landed a very nice right hand just a moment ago, and he's going to want to try that. He did try to use that against Johnson. He just had a hard time getting there. And he also lost to another lefty, like Gene Johns, in the season opener. So he wants to get off the snide against these left-handers.
Hopefully not see them for too long after that.
That was a good exchange.
That was a good exchange. That fight. So he won that fight. And but still, the lefties are troubling.
Yeah, that clinch. There you go.
Been a good start to this one, Sangroni. Trying to get
man, they have left.
That jab hand, and then there's for Wilkins, the right hand lead is beckoning.
Yeah, he's trying to, and he adds the left hook in there as well. So maybe the Johns fight where he came back and did win against the lefty has fueled him tonight because he's performing pretty well, even though Sangroni's had some good moments.
Good body shot here by Sangroni.
And the repeated right hands by Wilkins and the combination punching. Very impressive so far in this round.
Ow. Whoa.
Took a right hook after he landed a two-punch combination that appeared to be giving him some distance in this fight as far as dominance.
The 22-year-old Sangroni is an aggressive fighter, and
Very.
in his pro fights he has been in. He had one fight he won by knockout, but he's had a hard time piercing the defense of Wilkins in this fight.
16 seconds.
We're seeing a lot of that tonight, where even though this is
10
an
seconds left.
aggressive league, that the fighters that we're seeing win, best thing is they're not getting hit. The defense.
It's a very good point. Yeah. It's not always just the offense
That
you
was a
can
fight.
produce, but that was a
That was a
very
good
good
fight.
performance by Wilkins.
I think New York got that one.
And we'll
It could
see
be a
some
draw, but I
evidence
think it's
of
gonna be
that
New York.
here as we look back. The hook, which was part of the problem for Sangroni, and the right hand from Wilkins. The right hand was really a signature punch, even though Sangroni was able to get the right hook in and land a few punches during the course of that round. The question is, did he do enough?
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0, out of the red corner.
Oh, wow.
Houston Hitman.
Interesting.
Manuel, the
Who's winning?
Venezuelan monster, Sangroni.
Who are meeting?
Yeah, so
NYC leads
Houston on the board.
6-1.
And they rewarded the aggression, him coming forward.
Round 7 is in the heavyweight division.
Oh, here we go.
In the blue corner, for the NYC Attitude, Serbian national champion, silver medalist at the 2024 European Championships, Dusan Miletic. In the red corner, for the Houston Hitmen, Nigel Williams.
I'm assuming it's Deschambeau. That's what I did say. Rory?
Ah, yeah.
Wow.
Velicic and Williams.
I did not know Rory was going to be up there like that.
Heard the credentials associated with
Rory trying to let people know he still got
Velicic.
it. Oh my gosh.
He produced a
I'm afraid for
war with
this one.
Conjure Nathan in his
I'm
in
afraid
the
for this
season
one.
opener. He
He
had
a
very
southpaw?
close loss, but they exchanged some big punches in that fight. And he won. He beat. He won in his first match last.
There you go. There you go.
time
Tia,
out.
tia.
Williams is coming after him.
Bryson.
No, people expect the action from the heavyweights, and they're getting a good start to it.
And this league provides it, right? We've already seen this season some really good heavyweight matchups.
Continue to see guys like Conjure Nathan and Kai Brooks for Las Vegas. Lacey of Boston.
Yeah, Skylar Lacey, he's in a bunch of good fights. Good right hand by Nigel Williams. He's had some good offensive
Let go, let go,
moments
let go,
here
let go.
in this round.
Yeah, I said Bryson.
Velicic is a 30-year-old from Bosnia who really gets in some great fights, as we've said, like the one against Nathan, because he can be hit, but he will throw a lot of big punches.
Yeah, look at where he holds his hands.
Yeah,
I
good
dare
point.
you.
Yeah. I double dare you.
Velicic coming in, jabbing a right hand to the body, cutting off the ring pretty effectively here.
You know, Williams is a good inside fighter when he can get there. He's taking some shots from Velicic coming in.
Bro, he is
lost
telegraphing you, bro.
Taylor in the
He is just
openings,
straight leading you, bro.
weekend for him, and it was a grueling fight on the inside. So if he gets in there, Williams can do some damage, and he has tonight a little bit.
Chopping right hand by Veletich.
Yeah, he felt that. He felt that.
It's a good matchup.
It really is. The guy that you're just waiting for the thunder. 30 seconds to go. Will one of these fighters land a big one?
Could be a 4-pointer, right, if they do that.
This is the matchup that would encourage it. Good right hand by Veletich. As we were saying, the bombs have gone off late. At least 1 point.
It was a matter of time. It was a matter of time, bro.
He was just frustrated because he was having some good moments. He was bro.
He was just playing, telegraphing him with the left, and then just caught him with the boom.
Because otherwise, it was a pretty good effort in that round by him, and we'll get a chance to look at it.
Left, right.
Yeah, it was a right hand that kind of bounced off the top of his head. He was more off balance, but the punch did knock him down. So that was appropriate. And that is where he went down from that right hand, kind of off the right temple or the forehead. But
the winner of this round by the score of 2-0 in the blue corner.
My type of push shot, bro.
Dusan Veletich.
So the second 2-point round for the NYC Attitude punctuates what was a great launch round for them. They had some terrific performances during the course of that.
Houston got a lot of work to do.
And to find out what's coming up on TBL, here's Dave Bontempo.
That's right, Al. Great start to this weekend, and we are all excited about what's happening in TBL. Second leg of this weekend, TBL is going to be Las Vegas and Philadelphia. Rematch of two great playoff teams from last year. The rivalry as well, as Las Vegas went into Philadelphia last year, beat Philly, got the unbeaten season. Now they've got Kai Brooks. Philadelphia has Jesse Hart. Both teams came from behind to win their opener. And you've got San Antonio and Los Angeles on the third leg of the TBL fight weekend.
That's interesting transition. That is an interesting transition. Scotty make the cut. Scotty might finish top 10 then.
It's great to be the NYC attitude right now. 8-1 ahead after the launch round. Some consistency and some explosiveness for the defending champs. Dave Bontempo and Al Bernstein after a very good, pretty consistent effort by the attitude.
Yeah, the attitude, they showed power, they showed consistency, and they really dominated the launch rounds. You know, even in some spots where we thought Houston might pick it up.
I mean,
let's take a look
Rory
at some of the highlights from the launch round, starting in round number 4 in the launch rounds, and this is New York City trying to add to their lead.
Yeah, Rodriguez against Alpo, and the right hook from Rodriguez, which had been a big part of his offensive arsenal, scored that knockdown where he just barely touched the canvas, but that counts as a knockdown. And then in round 7, we saw Dustin Velitic, who right at the end of this match, in what was a very close match, put Williams down, and that cemented a 2-point win for him.
All right, so great beginning for New York.
Rory won that last
the launch rounds, the middle rounds, and the money rounds. Middle rounds.
He did?
What's got you excited? Round to watch.
Then it'll be back to back.
You know, I think in round 13 we're going to see a good one, but between Tessia Ivis Tilly and also Andrew Stevens. And now they're cruiserweights. Stevens is coming up from 168 pounds to fight in the cruiserweight division and make his team boxing debut. We'll see how he does in this matchup.
All right, let's find out how he and the rest of his teammates do. Send it back inside to Patrick Gray.
Fans stream every moment of TBL Season 4 live on the Team Boxing League app. Available on Apple TV 4K, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, iPhone and Android devices. Don't miss a second of TBL action with the Team Boxing League app. Welcome to the middle round. Round 8 is in the featherweight division. In the blue corner, for the NYC attitude, Abril Mulan.
Yeah, true.
Anguiano. In the red corner, for the Houston Hitmen, Desiree Yanez.
Desiree Yanez has a nice story. Lost her parents 6 months apart a few years ago.
Damn.
Rallied from that, found MMA. She has a 7-5 record in there.
Yeah, I got red too.
And has come up and is 1-0 in slap fights. And that
Yo, she already had it.
Thing to watch her do that. You stand across the table, you bear up, and you get hit, and you try to land the better shots. And she's come into here from so many different angles and so many different disciplines, and one of the many interesting journeys in the TBL.
And boy, she and Anguiano are going at it here in this round. Anguiano switching back and forth from righty to lefty to try and get things done offensively. And so is Yanez.
Yeah, they've gotten us off to a nice start. Now, we talked about Yanez and her journey. Let's take another look at a closer look at how it's at 7-5 MMA. And new mom to a 1.5-year-old. That's also helped as a motivating factor for her. Talked about the different ways that she's come in here. I just love this can-do attitude, people coming in.
And I don't know, Dave, you and I do a lot of boxing. I don't remember a fight in which both fighters switched back and forth from lefty to righty as much as these two women have in just a round, mind you.
Yeah, almost on cue. You did it, I did it.
It's interesting. And and it's obviously instinctive. You can't switch that much and have it be specific to what you're doing, I don't think.
Absolutely right. The instinctive part of it is you sense something and you go.
And they're both doing some good offensive work as well.
And then you wonder, is it always based on what I'm doing? Or do I think she's doing something I can switch for?
They're switching so much, it's almost impossible to discern that. And I'm not even sure they're aware of that. Good left hand by Yanez gets in. Houston needs something to switch this around, and Giannis is giving them a good effort in this match. It's close.
People
I think
fight
it's a
back,
close
man.
round, personally.
Don't let Athena smack you up and then you just stop
Depends
fighting.
on when you ask.
Damn. Well, Osprey said, I'm going to smack you too.
Last week, but that was to Rashida Ellis, who hardly ever loses in the team boxing league.
Almost doesn't count. When you look at it, okay, well, that was her. You know, that was, I'm going to come back and try to find other people now.
In fact, in reality, she does never lose in the team boxing league.
Spirited exchange. Women go 3 rounds. This is the first place where it happened was TBL last year. Not going to be an easy one for the judges.
It's going to be very, very tough.
Ooh.
A lot of good offensive work by both women.
And you ain't going?
Breaking an unofficial boxing record of switching.
Exactly.
And they're both very animated and excited over what they did, especially Abril and Griano.
They're actually performing as
No
if,
point in me going.
as if there's judging
Damn,
on this. Is it close? Let me do the dance.
Not hype for wrestling? I get you.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0 out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Abril Mulan Anguiano.
Well, the fighter who switched won.
NYC leads 9-1.
And lost.
This round brought to you by Climax Moonshine Fire number 32, known to bring the heat.
All right.
Round 9 is in the featherweight division. In the blue
Bro, you saw
corner
Eric Young attack Ricky Sosa, bro?
Two-time Golden Gloves champion, current ABO regional champion, Alexander Castellano.
Did he just fight?
In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Ishmael Bennett.
Well, a rematch of their first battle, which was won by Castellano, won by Castellano.
Effective boxing performance for him in that one.
Yeah, very good. He did great. He had a great jab, good left hook, and some good body work as well.
So now, if you're Bennett, the adjustment factor comes in. You have to try to get started faster.
Man, he got power driver
try
too.
to get closer, distance-wise. Try to make it uncomfortable for Castellano. Kept him at the end of his jab in the first one.
Bennett did, as we see now, he's been trying to get that offense motivated against Jorge De Jesus in the season opener for him when he lost 2 matches. It was a hard time for him to get that offense going, and he had the same problem against Castellano in the last match. But you can feel him being a little more aggressive here. He landed a good right hand to the body.
Yeah. Like a squash match.
That's part of some of the interesting things that happen. You talk to your teammates, you talk to your coaches, and say, hey, here's some adjustments you can make. You're going to fight this guy again in a half an hour, and try to focus a little bit more on this or that.
And Castellano's still landing his share of good shots. He landed a good right hand, but there's no question, Bennett, whether he's winning this round as we're halfway through is a question, but he has done better offensively than he did in the first match.
Yes, and that's been for him starting sooner, getting closer. Of course, Castellano has also stepped it up a notch. Good action here. They both unload. Good right hand by Castellano, and Bennett scored with a hook.
Yeah, Bennett slipped a couple of those right hands, and I was just about to compliment him on his defense when Castellano landed a beauty, but you can't make him miss all of them. And this is a great battle between these two right now.
combination of adrenaline, intensity, accuracy.
And very well fought. No knockdown there.
They've got 20 seconds to make their case.
Yeah, and this one could well be in doubt.
Who will the judges decide has been the effective aggressor? They've both been good. Left hook there by Bennett. Oh.
You know, punctuated by a good left hook by Ishmael Bennett. And one thing he's going to take away from this match, probably his best performance so far of this season in the TBL. He's been 0-3 so far. This is where we had a Castellano go down, but that was not called a knockdown. So Ishmael Bennett takes that away from this match. Whether he won it, another question.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0 out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Alexander Castellano.
Well, Bennett made him earn it, and Castellano
NYC
did.
leads 10-1. Round 10 is in the super lightweight division. In the blue corner
NYC is
for
cruising,
the
man.
NYC Attitude, the German Gypsy, Katharina Lehner.
Yeah, they fighting again?
In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Latrivia Pierce.
Okay, so a rematch of a launch rounds battle won by the German Gypsy, Lehner.
Latrivia Pierce had a good beginning to their round, but things kind of went south a little bit as the round kept going. We'll see if she can get some momentum and sustain it, or if Lehner's momentum in that last round will take over.
Yeah, she'll be able to build on what she took away at the end of the fight. Lehner trying to get good position here, cut off the ring, force her opponent to go back the other way. Jab gets in by Lehner.
Pierce has been a little bit tentative in these rounds. Other than that beginning when she was more aggressive, Lehner's not landing a lot, but she's pushing her back and probably getting in a little more.
What you mean he not learning in TNA?
Sneaky right hand getting in for Lehner a couple times in this round.
Good double jab here by Lehner. And Pierce has been looking to react to Lehner to do her best work. I guess the next phase of your growth is learning how to get off first.
Yeah, in TBL for sure, because you only have that short period of time. This one a little bit more strategic than their first round earlier in the evening. Lehner doing some good combination work there.
Yeah, it hasn't been right out with fury. It's been a little bit of studying, coming in. Lehner is closing the gap now and getting the edge on these exchanges.
And you know, when you're these older fighters in TBL, when you're 36, it might affect you in a pro match where you're going 4 or 6 rounds, but you only have 1 round here, so you're not as likely to have fatigue issues or anything that would be associated with your age necessarily like that. You can lay it all on the line for 1 round.
Yeah, it's more like learning the pace that you have to do.
Lenny's been coming forward most of this round, so, and Pierce not counterpunching that much, so I'm not sure if she could get a lot of credit for that.
No, it's a good, Lenny were able to bottle her up. That may be what the judges look at.
Pierce, however, seems happy with her work.
Yes, she does.
And there were good moments.
Yeah, we got wrestling on Saturday. And then more boxing on Sunday.
They had a relatively short turnaround time.
Oh, excuse me.
Around 5 into round.
Yeah, Booker T's promotion, ROW.
Out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, the German Gypsy, Katarina Lehner. NYC leads 11-1. Fans champions don't just train hard, they train consistently. Balance of Nature's new guiltless snacks help support energy, recovery, and performance.
Bro, yeah, I don't know. Hey, Houston is just struggling.
Use code TEAM for 35% off your first order. Round 11 is in the welterweight division.
Not Vegas.
In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Adonis Wilkins. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Manuel, the Venezuelan monster, Sangroni.
Wilkins and Sandroni getting ready to go. Amelia Moore has a special guest. Go ahead.
Hey guys, we're down here with Natalie. Such an impressive debut that you had 2 weeks ago. You looked amazing your last round. You do have another one to go in the money rounds. A lot of people want to know about your amateur background and kind of like what you accomplished and yeah.
Okay, amateur background. I have 47 wins and 6 losses. I'm a 14-time national champion. I do boxing with all my siblings. We're all multinational champions. And over time, USA boxing, amateur boxing got a little bit political and stuff, unfair. You're very unfair and misjudged rounds and competition and bouts. So I decided I didn't want to take any more losses, and I thought I should be the bigger person and go and take the bigger step into professional boxing.
Well, welcome, and you absolutely did show such amazing talent in your debut. We're so excited to see you in the next round. So actually, you just answered my question as far as looking forward to LA 28 and why you didn't stay. But the pros making that journey completely yours, and what's your big aspiration for the pros outside of TBL?
Outside of TBL, I want to become a world champion, get some world title belts under my name, make it big, go against some well-known boxers, hopefully. I don't know, hopefully maybe spar some fight, people like Amanda Serrano maybe, go to MVP, get signed, yeah.
So this is the beginning of that journey, already showing such amazing promise. I'm so glad to be able to get you in front of the camera, do a little interview, and you guys stay tuned because she is in the money rounds and is going to give us a great performance.
Thank you.
Get us.
Okay, thank you, Amelia. And there's one other thing I think she wanted to tell her brother. So there, if she can do that.
Take that. Well, this was the first match between these two men was the one really good moment that Houston had in its has had tonight, and this one shaping up like a close one as well. Sangroni was able to get the decision in the first one. He's been pretty aggressive here too, with both men doing some good work.
And it was a really tough battle, effective aggression.
Jacob, how you feeling, brother?
Question as to who would be judged that way. So, you know, they both know from that last decision that there's nothing they can leave out there.
Doing all right, man.
Wilkins still looking for that right hand, which he did land in the last fight, a little more effective in the
You gonna run and hit Tony Storm
to the body as well.
A good spirited effort, just like the first time. And they're both trying to make their impression with the judges in the final seconds. A good one. Sangroni and Wilkins.
And I don't think this was going to be any easier than the first one was to judge. Both men, you can see, happy with their work. A lot of dancing here tonight. I have noticed, you know.
The Houston team came dancing in their introductions.
Yes, they did.
Sangroni hoping for a double. Wilkins thinking he got the split.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0 out of the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Manuel, the Venezuelan monster, Sangroni.
Sangroni makes it a double for Houston.
11-2.
All right, so the Houston Hitmen, they know who's coming up with the big points for them. They're hanging in there in New York, out to a good lead. We'll be back.
They're just wrecking right now. You gonna hit Charlotte, but then he gets smacked by Yoda Tsuji.
Houston Hitman, Devin Thorne.
All right, so can Houston build? On what it just got with the victory.
And you hit Keno? Wow.
Devin Thorne of Houston coming in off splitting in his season debut against Rafael Igbokwe.
Devin
Okay. There we go.
Devin Thorne of Houston coming in off splitting in
Damn,
his season debut
Ricky Sosa smacks
against
you.
Rafael Igbokwe, and he won one, lost one, and he's hoping to get a winner tonight against McCalman, who's making his TBL debut.
Then go back to doing what he likes to do, work on cars. He has a Mustang that he's very, very fond of working on.
Yes, bro.
McCalman, as a pro, he's 17-2. He fought in March 5th, so not that long ago. He lost a 10-round decision to Moreno Fendero.
Certified.
He's fought some really good fighters at 168. He's at 175 tonight. He lost to Diego Pacheco, who's one of the top fighters.
And that tells you, man, putting him with Eric Young, solid, proven veteran, bro.
Moving up,
you know it's gonna be a good feud.
You know, it's you basically, sometimes you go back up to your walking around weight or almost there.
Yeah, a couple of boxers tonight. We saw one earlier moving up, and we're going to still have another one after this coming that is going to move up in weight. So, and McCalman switching lefty to righty here tonight, showing us what we saw with the ladies a couple of fights ago. Thorne has a good right hand, so he's going to be looking to land that punch.
Try to do it in the next minute and 15 seconds. We've had a lot of, there's something, we had a lot of loading up and not quite getting there.
Yeah, McCalman getting there. McCalman has a victory over Money Powell in the pro ranks outside of TBL. And of course, Money Powell, one of the better fighters here in the TBL.
That's a good signature when you get a win over a guy like that. And
both of these men, you made the point, Dave, they've been looking for that shot that will change things in this round, and it's led to them being a little cautious offensively. But neither has quite gotten there with that. McCalman with that nice jab.
And there's two ways to look at it. One, you say, okay, well, not a lot's happened yet. But then you say, with 20 seconds to go, if I do a little bit, I can steal this.
Yeah, we saw a knockdown late in from Veletic that changed around earlier.
So there's effective aggression, and in this case, it will be the perception of aggression. What do the judges like?
Well, Sean McCalman looks like he enjoyed his team boxing debut. There's some good offensive work for him. Not everything getting in, but seems happy with his effort. We'll find out if the judges agree.
If you look busier, even if you don't score as much as you want, the judges reward that.
Score of 1-0 out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Sean McCalman.
And that helps Sean McCalman there.
NYC leads 12-2. This round brought to you by Serenity Springs Recovery Center, a place of recovery and self-discovery. Round 13 is in the cruiserweight division. In the blue corner, for the NYC Attitude, Tully Tessia Goliath Eves. In the red corner, for the Houston Hitmen, David Stevens.
What are you referring to?
Ives lives in New York City, trains with cops and kids with Coach Andre Rozier and Coach Nemo Lorick. Got a passion for boxing that started at 17 years of age. Won 2 IFBC belts.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
World Championship at the TBL in 2025.
He's a veteran of TBL, and he split 2 fights in the season opener.
Oh, you want to talk about Kiro?
Junior.
Kiro?
Philadelphia.
They were good matchups.
Yeah, he's showed us the good right hand he has just a moment ago against David Stevens, who's making his TBL debut. He's been at 168.
Yeah, Kid Kiro.
You can see he is the smaller man in there. He normally fights at 168, not at cruiserweight. So he's jumping pretty far up to face Eves, and you know, we'll see how
he is next, bro.
Strength.
You do certain things for the team that you hope that it makes your team strong. A couple weight classes if you're willing to move up.
And he's faced some of the best. He's 15-2. He's faced some really good 168-pounders like Beck, Mela Kuzlev, who's a big puncher. But again, it's lower than this. We'll see how he does here. He's standing in there against Tessia.
Yeah, but that's tough because that's a Kanye song, bro.
Good jab gets in. He tries to pressure the pace. interesting. You just show your jab, how you might make the guy back off and reset.
He was looking for that right hand. He used that punch pretty effectively against Cunningham Jr., and he's looking for that punch right now. There is his lead punch.
And they both stepped it up, sensing the final minute.
And Stevens has done a little bit better offensive work in the last 30 seconds of this round. Stevens, one of the good veterans that Houston was hoping would come in as new blood and create something for them. A younger fighter did that, Manuel Sangroni, coming on board here and getting 2 wins for Houston.
That's a nice thing to rally around. A double. So we'll see.
This man got he got a solid build, bro.
There were some back and forth moments. Caution.
Neither fighter was wildly busy in that round, and we'll have to see if some of the offensive bursts from Stevens in the last part of the round has an impact. There's some of the good action on the inside with both men, and we did have some spurts like that in the round.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0 out of the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, David Stevens.
That's a good way to get started.
NYC leads 12-3.
Oh, I would cheese. I would love that.
Round 14 is in the heavyweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Cassius Chaney. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Ronnie Mayberry.
KURO.
Mayberry.
All right, so the capper in the middle rounds is right now. Ronnie Mayberry, 5-0, 4 knockouts on the professional circuit. And Cassius Chaney.
Mayberry lost to Nagy Aguilera, a longtime veteran heavyweight that you and I have called fights up many times in pro boxing. And he's looking for his first TBL win. He's 0-4 in team boxing, Mayberry, so he'd like to get something done here against Chaney.
You might have been asking about him. There's a little closer look at Ronnie Mayberry.
Ricky's from Belgium.
His credentials at the
I
5-0
don't know if
with the 4
Kiro is from
knockouts.
Belgium. I wouldn't be surprised if Kiro was from France, but he could be from Belgium.
Goal to be a boxing champion, so all of those things put him in good stead.
Well, he's undefeated so far as a pro outside of TBL. He'd like to get his first team boxing league win, though. And it's been Chaney very aggressive so far. He missed last season, Chaney, but now he's back with the team boxing league, and this is his first fight back with the league. He's going to town here in this round. We see a lot of heavyweights where I think, I don't know about you, I'm looking forward to seeing all of them clash as the season goes on.
Yeah.
Chaney's showing us he's another one. He's 24-4 as a pro, so he's got a solid record there as well.
And we're going to be tracking the point-scoring leaders. Like Kai Brooks is 8. We're going to see him soon. He's going to be going up, and how many knockouts in a row can he get?
He violated. He violated.
Some awkward action.
Nah.
Chaney climbing over Ronnie Mayberry. You don't see that very often.
Nah, he violated, bro.
By and large,
That's a violation, bro. You ain't have to step over that man like that.
Responded to the call to be entertaining, be good. Even like Joey DeWaco, who's changed teams this year. He's a couple million social media hits on something he did last year.
Yeah, in a division where we sometimes associate it with not a lot of action when we see 10 and 12-round fights, but not here.
No. Stop complaining. You hanging on to his glove. Stop complaining.
Lots of action. And Cheney's certainly doing his part here tonight and has found the home
He having a clinic, bro.
in the last portion of this round.
That was a refreshing change from traditional boxing as well. As you have a 12-12 record in boxing. They say, okay, he's a journeyman. You're 12-12 in the TBL. You've had tough competition.
Absolutely.
You're an asset.
You're 100% right. That record means something completely different. And Cheney is that 500 fighter, but you can see he's getting the job done. And here comes Mayberry with probably his best moments of the round right at the end of it.
Came on late after Cheney had a very good performance most of the way. Take a look at the New York City club. Relaxed and in front.
Houston taking that hit part of the
hoping another point is coming their way.
Hey, now you stupid. You spitting facts, but you stupid, bro. He's from France, I figure. Okay.
By the score of 1-0, out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Cassius Cheney.
So Cassius Cheney gets it done for New York. The Attitude builds the lead to double digits. It's been good action. It's been the Attitude on top. And the money rounds are coming our way in TBL week number 3.
Show you in a hoodie, then show what's on.
Grab your Bible. Dio, how you feeling tonight, man? We almost done. I think we got 8 more rounds left to go. Swatch time? So I learned something. Oh my gosh. I can't read that out loud. Your eyes bothering you? How much sleep did you get? What's that? It's so real, bro.
All right, the Attitude NYC with a nice 13-3 lead over the Houston Hitmen after the middle rounds. The money rounds are next. Dave Bontempo and Al Bernstein with you, but it was a big middle rounds for New York overall, but Houston had a couple of moments which showed up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they really did. A couple of fights in which their fighters came through with decision wins, and it was very impressive, really, that they were able to do it.
So although New York has been in charge, there were some moments for Houston, and we'll take a look at how the Hitmen got a couple of points in the middle rounds.
Yeah, it started with round 11 when Sangroni, who had already won his first match against Wilkins, in the second one continued his aggression, and it was just enough to get him a victory, and he ends up tonight with 2 victories. And then we saw in this one more good action. It was Stevens, who moved up to cruiserweight, who really fought extremely well.
Yeah, so although it's been New York's night, Houston has showed some bite, and we've been entertained a lot by the boxing and probably the finesse and technique we've seen all the way through here.
Yeah, you know, even in some of the matches in which Houston has not prevailed, and
I mean, this weather ain't helping anybody.
They have shown us enough skill and enough grit to make it close.
How about the round to watch for the money round?
Let's look at round number 15, which is going to come up right off the bat. A rematch with Jaden Alpo taking on Jose Adriel Diaz Rodriguez. Rodriguez won that, maybe surprising some people, because Alpo was the one guy coming in here that we thought might be a solid performer for Houston. So we'll see if Alpo can change things in the rematch.
I will see about the adjustments for that. Let's take it inside and get to our money rounds.
Fans, stream every moment of TBL Season 4 live on the Team Boxing League app. Available on Apple TV 4K, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, iPhone, and Android devices. Don't miss a second of TBL action with the Team Boxing League app. Welcome to the money rounds. Round 15 is in the lightweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Puerto Rican national champion, Jose Adriel Diaz. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Jaden Alpo.
This is when he took a knockdown.
A 2-point win for New York the first time. Knocked down by Rodriguez.
Yeah, one of the signature punches he used was that right hook, and that's what created the knockdown, which really, I don't know if Alpo was hurt, but his right glove did touch the mat, so that was an appropriate knockdown called by the referee.
Now it's interesting to see what adjustments are made.
Yeah, in their first match, Rodriguez was able to, I think, use his hand speed, and even though, as we point out, he's sometimes a wide puncher, and he takes some chances, which caused him to be knocked down in his season opener, he was not hit by a big shot by Alpo.
So Diaz prevailed as a rambling, gambling man in the first matchup.
And we didn't see in round 1 the really good uppercut that Alpo has. He showed that in his season opener, and we didn't get to see that in the first match. We'll see if he can get close enough where he can uncork that punch.
I think the style's been a hindrance for him trying to get in with that.
Yeah, I think the left-handed stance of Rodriguez is a big issue for him, because he hasn't gotten on the inside much at all. And he's been kind of reduced to pot shotting from outside. And I think the height and reach advantage for Rodriguez is bedeviling him in this matchup.
A sport that is so much harder inside than how it looks.
Yeah.
You can dissect it and say you've got to do this and got to do that.
Right.
He's got the idea that he has to do all these things, but yeah, his opponent is on a different angle, slightly faster.
Alpo landed a couple of nice right hands. I don't know if he can build on that, but now Rodriguez coming back with his own power shots.
get the sense that if Rodriguez doesn't roll the dice, he's in good shape here.
Yeah, I don't know if he can fight without doing that. He loves to come in, throw those wide shots, and you know, have a hell-bent for leather style that can be very good for him or can create a problem. But he's doing a good job offensively right now, Rodriguez, and Alpo has just not quite been able to catch up. It doesn't seem anyway to us.
No, and the good movement by Diaz as well. The movement before he shuffles into his big shots. So that was a very effective performance from Diaz.
I saw a really cool creator named Kevin.
He was able to keep Alpo at bay. Because that's how it looked on our unofficial scorecard.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0, out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Jose Adriel Diaz. NYC leads 14-3. This round brought to you by Climax Moonshine Fire number 32, known to bring the heat. Round 16 is in the bantamweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, 14-time national champion, Natalie Zapoteca. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Jessica Del Boni.
It was good the first time. Won by Zapoteca. So see how she comes back.
Yeah, Zapoteca really took care of the last 2/3 of that round after Del Boni had a fairly good start. The Brazilian fighter, as you pointed out, who's moved up in weight, did some pretty good work, and she's been aggressive here in round one, in this round as well.
Zapoteca keeping her on the end of the jab.
Zapoteca, for an 18-year-old, and of course we know all the amateur experience, is just so composed and so well schooled.
Yeah, look at her balance. Yeah. Look at her poise, leverage,
and a great arsenal of punches as well.
One thing you love about this type of performer is that she'll be aggressive without rushing opportunity.
Yeah, very good point, Dave. Oh my, big right hand.
Damn.
On cue, she knew when to
So
do
he's
it.
18 and a record like that.
And a big opportunity now for big time bonus points for Zapoteca. Has Del Boni cornered. Good right hand.
Another right hand.
And there's still some time left in this round, so a little under half a minute left. So there's an opportunity for Zapoteca, as you point out, to get the 4-point round.
Already has two.
No. Houston is just getting
good hook.
Houston is getting wrecked.
Some more good action
Oh,
here
goodness.
by Zapoteca. The good hook, the right hand. Starting out closer now.
Again.
Del Boni coming forward and paying the price for it.
Coming forward,
you're gonna go down.
And Zapoteca teeing off.
Well, we mentioned Del Boni had never fought as a pro before tonight, so she's getting a baptism by fire against a very talented 18-year-old.
Moving up in weight and class, showing a lot of fire.
Yes.
But this is where the talent of a longtime veteran like Zapoteca kicks in. keeps her distance, rushes in behind the jab, so she doesn't get hit on the way in.
And it's amazing you can say a veteran at 18, but she is.
Yeah, she really is.
That was a great performance by Natalie Zempateka, and she loves it. And she added
two boxing leagues
actually to the total probably of NYC attitude. There's the right hand that sent Del Boni down. Zempateka has a very good right hand. You know, it's
clean right hand,
the right hook,
flush.
The winner of this round by the score of 2-0. Out of the
of course, it's the New York thing. They got a New York team. They got a New York team. What's good, though? Listen, man, you should have told me the other day, man, we were doing wiffle ball. Listen, man, like, y'all got to understand, man, this is what I love to do. I love doing this stuff. Being able to, like, broadcast different sports for people to get exposed to and be like, oh, wait, this is something that's actually a thing?
Multi-time national champion, Angelides Lopez Mendez.
Yeah.
In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen.
Hey, if you want, I'm trying to see if we can get the rights to banana ball games.
Now, we're so glad you're joining us today.
Yeah. But if you want to join,
fans where to watch Team Boxing League
I'm always looking for people to also stream sports as well. So
our traditional TV
on their
partner,
channels.
Envoy TV, carries all TBL matches live on Envoy Fast with encore presentations on both Envoy Fast and Envoy TV multiple times every day. Watch Envoy Fast on the Local Now app and on the Envoy
we're trying to get it. We're trying to find ways to pay creators.
The Envoy website. Envoy TV is available on Spectrum.
So right now I'm doing this for the love. But we're trying to find ways to pay creators.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, the YouTube channel of Team Boxing.
All the chatter with the fans coming in.
Oh my gosh, I love all the interactions.
Yeah, man. If you hit me up on Discord.
Mendez,
my Discord's my same name.
Controlled the first fight,
and I could definitely, if you get paid exposure, I'll shut the hell up, bro.
Trying to fight her off against, again, what looks like a bigger, stronger fighter.
Oh, that always used to piss me off hearing people say that.
Team Boxing League fighter.
I'll DJ an event. Good body shot. I'll DJ an event, and then they'll be like, yo, like, so we ain't got no money though, man. But, you know,
very aggressive style here by.
We got a pretty big name, so you can definitely get some exposure. I'm like, exposure don't pay no bills, homie.
She has looked, Mendez has looked so
run the check.
Excellent tonight. I mean, good body work, great technique, and has just been dominating against Morandini. And she won in her season debut several weeks ago against Maria Antonez, and was very good in that fight as well. She's just a good, aggressive volume puncher.
And these are punitive body shots by Mendez. And from both sides. Because she went downstairs from the left-hand stance to go for the body shots, and then up top she tried to get the big hammer.
Well, Morandini had split among two fights against Leanne Calderon in the first outing this season in Team Boxing, but tonight doesn't look like she'll be as fortunate because she has been controlled in this second bout again by Mendez.
Kind of a pulverizing performance here by Mendez.
Yes. She's fun to watch as a boxer. I can't wait to see her in matches as we continue on this season.
Damn.
I agree.
There's going to be some true tests for her in this weight division as we move on.
And she passes this one in flying colors. Put a stamp on her and watch her propel.
Kind words from her for the Brazilian woman who she has likely just defeated.
blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Angelides Lopez Mendez.
But they are wrecking Houston.
17-3. Fans, if you're watching these athletes give everything in the ring, ask yourself, how can you supplement like them? Balance of Nature is offering 35% off tonight only with code TEAM at balanceofnature.com.
Oh, we got the heavyweights again. He didn't knock him out. He knocked him down.
Division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Serbian national champion, silver medalist at the 2024 European Championships, Dusan Vuletic. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Nigel Williams.
They should be ashamed.
Mentioned earlier, Vuletic 23-7-1 as a pro, and that loss to Conja Nathan, win over Stephen Williams. So he's had some fortune in TBL.
They had a spirited match earlier this evening, a spirited round, and the knockdown in the final moments of it was what turned the tide for Vuletic. It was pretty close up to that point.
He lands a couple heavy shots here, so we're talking about the heavyweights and big action coming. You can see the opportunity to hit him where his hands are and how he's moving.
And we mentioned it. He's been in some brawls. The one against the Conja Nathan to begin this season.
Yeah, bro. Because like,
in a week in which he
Buddy's just like straight. He's telegraphing him with that left hand, bro. And he's like basically controlling him with that distance.
Andrew Gallardo.
A little bit, Dave. That's good. Good.
It's like all the mannerisms, and,
yes.
you know, the wildness, and the feast or famine.
That's a good analogy. Yeah, exactly. Well, he's having a pretty good go of it here in this second return round with Nigel Williams. But that could change because of that defense that sometimes pours. And Williams has certainly tried to take advantage.
You know, the hands down by the side.
I don't know why. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of a Skylar Lacey Vuletic match.
Yes.
Right. I don't know why. I look at it and I say, you know, I can't wait to see that.
That's good. Yeah, when you look at it, you start to think about how they will come together.
Exactly. Among other heavyweight matchups that would be good for him. He's already had a great one with Nathan. Well, Nigel Williams fared a little better in that first round against Vuletic. So far, though, again, that could change with a punch. He's had issues in this one. Vuletic showing a wide variety of punches. You see Williams getting in there, right?
And that's why, because he's on the ropes. He actually looks a little tired. And some
man, knock the rubber band out your head, though, brother.
For Williams, if he can capitalize. Look at how Vuletic is down, hands down, punching, backing up. You have to track him to hit him.
You might not use Vuletic in a boxing video to show the perfect technique, but he gets the job done. And, you know, the overhand right from Williams has landed a couple of times. He just hasn't been able to hurt Vuletic with it. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it's always they were animated.
And some good shots landed as well in that round. And there is an example of some of the wild action. And the overhand right of Williams getting in, even while Vuletic is doing good work off the ropes.
Hey, man,
that right hand of Williams, that one.
You got to have some type of confidence for yourself to think that you won.
Some of those in, maybe not enough to win the round.
We know he ain't
The winner
win.
of this round by the score of 1-0. Out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude.
He got going good late.
Dusan
Veletich keeps it going for New
18
York.
to 3.
leads 18-3.
Yeah, y'all are cooked.
All right, so New York continues to glide, and Houston tries to make some noise as we come
Are the Houston
down to
Hitmen in the room
home
with us?
stretch of the money round.
They over there playing Undisputed, man. They're not even here.
All right, New York gliding 18-3. Houston's had some moments. New York's had more as we continue into the money rounds of TBL. And we are ready to go inside for more action.
Round 19 is in the featherweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Abril Mulan Anguiano. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Desiree Yanez.
All right, as they get ready to start, Amelia Moore is standing by with somebody who shows that TBL has a reach into other major sports. Go ahead, Amelia.
Oh, how you doing, everyone? So in the house tonight is Kayla Von Chasen, the defensive end of the Washington Commanders. I mean, what brings you in tonight?
No, definitely. I got a chance to be in town and support the city. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the sport, so obviously, if it's in my proximity, man, I want to be a part of it for sure.
So you actually follow boxing? Is it like casual, or you follow boxing?
It's a bit casual. It's not as deep as I wanted to, but I'm a huge fan of it for sure.
Okay, so, I mean, we're both in the hurt sports, right? NFL, football, boxing, very much a hurt sport. What is the mentality that you see that kind of echoes what it's like to be out there on the field that the boxers have in the ring?
Yeah, no, most definitely. The second you step in between these lines, same thing on the field, man. The second you step in between those lines, man, your competitive nature, man, your kill or be killed mode kicks in, and it's all or nothing, man. And I'm seeing it from these fighters, man. Everybody that's completely giving it their absolute all, man, showing complete dominant skills on both ends, offense and defensive. So it's a huge honor to be a part of and see, man. And I'm.
So having been to other traditional pro fights, how do you feel about this concept?
No, it's huge. It's very unique. Obviously, it gives you a chance to see a few boxers work their skill set in a short bit of time, man, and gauntlet style. So to see everything that they learned from the last
your QB is dating his wow.
They picked up on it and to the new game. It's everything that you can ask for in the sport for sure.
Okay, so if we gave you 3 months, are you stepping in the ring or not?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a part of it. I'm a part of it. You give me 3 months, I'll go in there. However it play out, man, I want to go in there and see what I'm about.
It's amazing, man. It's so awesome to have you here. Thank you for jumping on, supporting Houston, supporting boxing, and just giving us a little bit of time.
Damn right. Now, I appreciate y'all for sure.
Thank you, guys. Get us back in the ring. Let's finish out tonight with a bang.
Than's, Amelia. It sounds like a semi-commitment. That'll be pushed into that. That's pretty good getting an NFL perspective, athlete to athlete, on what we're seeing here. All right, Dave Bontempo and Al Bernstein with you. 18-3, New York over Houston. Good night for the attitude. Houston's been in all of these fights.
Yeah, you know, it's for all the dominance that the attitude has shown. There have been a number of matches, very, very close, in which the Houston fighters have
saw my QB and my running back with my new fullback, and boy, they look small.
We mentioned the fact that they have unique styles in which they're switching a lot. They're both doing some good offensive work. Angriano won the first one, and she seems to be a little bit more better offensively in this one as well. But Yanez keeps trying. He keeps landing some shots of her own.
Good work from the outside here by the New York fighter. And Yanez spirited everywhere she goes. But she enjoys the thrill of the competition, regardless of what goes on.
Same old attitude, but I'm on that new
shake, little bake.
I'm a douche. I'm on that news clip.
She competed very well tonight.
Now the opposing shake and bake. Here you go, the dance off.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0. Out of the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Gabriel Mulan Anguiano.
With a dance
NYC
team
leads
of
19-3.
Abril and Desiree.
This round brought to you by Serenity Springs Recovery Center, a place of recovery and self-discovery. Round 20 is in the cruiserweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Tali Tessia Goliath Eves.
All right, so he got a solid build, so he might be able to do some damage.
David Stevens.
So David Stevens will try to do for Houston what Manuel Sangroni did in getting a double. He defeated the New York fighter the first time out.
Yeah, he beat Eves in a very, very close round. And we'll see if he can continue that. And we mentioned Steven came in here with his in his debut on team boxing with a 15-2 record. He'd faced very fine fighters at 168, but tonight he's stepping all the way up to cruiserweight.
He don't want to beat
himself well in the first round. And he's doing it again, but Eves is punching back.
There's a closer look at Tali. Talk about the personalities in the game. He trains at Cops and Kids with Andre Rozier. Won a few belts along the way. Goals to win a title. Give him a thumbs up for that. A lot of different ways to get there. Individual titles in TBL, traditional boxing. Just be motivated and driven.
You know, in these two rounds between these two men, one of the things we're noting is that David Stevens, I mentioned he's 15-2 as a pro. He's fought very top opposition at 168 in the world. Eves only won 1-1 in pro boxing beyond TBL. Stevens is a guy who has been in against tougher competition than Eves, and some of that's showing even with the weight disadvantage that Stevens is facing.
Yeah, like the intensity of the body shot.
Yeah.
Good quality on the body shot, driving Eves back.
Eves has had a little bit of a tough time getting his offense in rhythm. In these two rounds, he's faced Stevens.
Stevens has shown some good aggression here, tying up when he's not scoring. Good left hook.
Damn.
By Tali.
David Stevens desperately trying to unentangle himself from the referee. That was interesting. a little annoyed with the ref, and the ref gets annoyed with him.
Come on, you're costing me here.
Yeah, I only got 3 minutes here to make my case.
Some leaping shots by Talley.
Yeah, tried a good left hook there. We'll see how this one plays out.
Stevens was pretty effective fighting on the inside.
He was, and we'll see if he can repeat his victory. An example, Evis Talley on the inside landing some pretty good left hooks, but Stevens had done some good work as well. Both men throwing and being aggressive on the inside, and Stevens sneaks in a right hand.
The winner of this round by the score of 1-0, out of the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, David Stevens.
So David Stevens and Manuel Sangroni
NYC
will have a
leads
double.
19-4.
Oh, this man fighting
So
again?
we'll go to our final match, Sean McCalman and Devin Thorne.
Round 21 is in the light heavyweight division. In the blue corner for the NYC Attitude, Sean McCalman. In the red corner for the Houston Hitmen, Devin Thorne.
As they get ready to go, we'll remind you that connected TV users with Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, Samsung, and LG can download the TVL app for their device and watch both live action and previous matches on demand. TBL is also seen on YouTube, the TBL app and website, and in Spanish on the Estrella Network and Fast Channel. Waiting to see what the delay is, whether it's a technical issue on tape or something else. This fight shuffled in and replaced another one, so the fighters may not have been up to speed on that.
And yeah, they're getting still some gloving up going on for McCallum. Rematch of these two men previously in the evening, in which Sean McCallum won his first Team Boxing League match in his debut. And Devin Thorne moves his record to 1-2 after that last round. He'd like to, in team boxing, he'd like to get to 500.
Reminder on April 11, Las Vegas and Philadelphia, the barn burner we were talking about early on in the league.
We're looking forward to that. That's going to be exciting, and one of the matches I think everybody had circled early in the season in team boxing.
Vegas went into Philly last year as a slight underdog to many and came out with the win, and that propelled the unbeaten season.
Where's that for me? And I can't see
They and their coach David Anthony
what I'm destined
had a
to be.
great season last year. That's for
Come
sure. They're
on.
looking for big things this year in the TBL. Well, they almost have Sean McCallum ready to go here.
Where's that for me?
Trying to repeat his victory this evening.
All right, so McCallum and Thorne be the final event of the evening.
Okay. They usually do 24 fights, but
McCalman switched a bit in their first encounter earlier this evening from lefty to righty. He starts out as a righty here. Thorne has a very good right hand. It didn't get a lot of big ones in that earlier encounter this evening, but he would love to find a home for that.
And the final match of the night, why not cut loose?
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to get himself back to 500 in team boxing to get to 2-2. He's 6-1 as a pro with 5 KOs beyond team boxing.
There's some good work by McCalman on the outside, and a sneaky right hand got in.
Yeah, McCalman has faced some really superb 168-pounders and light heavyweights, including Diego Pacheco. He lost to him, but in his 17-2 record in professional boxing before he got into team boxing, very solid fighter. And now he does switch to lefty.
And even as a lefty, he's trying to cut off the ring, making the stylistic adjustments necessary.
Sheesh.
McCalman has used the jab pretty effectively as a rangefinder and as a weapon of his own, and maybe a little more in the lefty stance even than as a righty.
He'll go back to righty and we can compare. Final minute of the final matchup. McCalman and Thorne. Get the sense it's still up for grabs.
Yeah, the thing about McCalman in this round, though, is he's been more active, a little bit more volume from him. We'll see if that is what tips the scales. Thorne got off to a pretty good start early in the round, but has been a little dormant offensively.
McCalman on the outside, popping the jab, keeping a distance.
Sean, McCalman has been a good addition to the NYC attitude here tonight. He could be headed for a 2-win evening potentially here.
Big right hand just missed.
Yo, Willie.
All right, so
Willie, thank you so much for the raid, brother.
The Wire.
How are you doing, man? How was the stream? Everybody comes from Big One stream. Welcome to the station. I'm Push Trader DJ, variety content creator. We're doing some team boxing leagues.
Effective on the outside.
Hope y'all all had a great time with my brother Willie, Big Willie Isms. And if you haven't followed him yet, make sure you do so.
Sean McCalman.
All right, so
our final score here tonight: the NYC Attitude 20, the Houston Hitmen
to 4.
We'll now with our stars of the night next.
For the NYC Attitude, as you take a look at Houston, where NYC came in and did a great job tonight. We'll see about all the stars right after this.
NYC dominating this whole thing, 20-4 over Houston. Complete domination. Yeah, what'd you do with him?
Check it out. So, this is our announcer. That's going to be our #1 shoulder. That's our #2. And then that's our coach. Coach, I want you to stand right here. All right. This right here is our #3. This is our fight of the night. So he's going to call it out, and y'all are going to direct, okay? One right here, and then you'll... Everybody take one step backwards. Beautiful. Love it.
Team Boxing League is brought to you by Balance of Nature. In boxing, consistency beats intensity. Balance of Nature's supplements help you stay consistent with ingredients of whole foods you can easily slot into your daily routine. Go to balanceofnature.com, use code TEAM, and start today. What a night it has been for the NYC Attitude. Dave Bontempo and Al Bernstein. And Al, our big round tonight, round number 16.
Yeah, Natalie Zimpote, she really performed extremely well. Got 2 wins tonight, caused that knockdown, and performed exceedingly well. Now 3-0 in team boxing.
Actually, her second fight, when she did the 2 fights, you talked about that at the start of the show. The second fight was a better one even than the first one for her. Let's go inside and meet the honor roll winners tonight.
Fight fans, our final score this evening, the NYC Attitude 20, the Houston Hitmen 4. It's time for our 3 stars of the night. Our 3rd star of the night from the Houston Hitmen, Manuel, the Venezuelan Monster, Sandori. Our 2nd star of the night.
Man, for some reason, when I heard you say team boxing, I thought this was gonna be like no. Let me tell you, when I first heard about this, I thought the same exact thing. I was like, oh, we about to have like 5v5 dudes, and then when dudes get knocked out, they about to get jumped. But no. But this is still cool though.
Fans, our round of the night was round 4 between Jose Adriel Diaz and Jaden Alpo.
Bruh, I've seen that, bro. If we had that, bro, I'd be,
Coach Jenny, good evening, and congratulations on a very dominant win tonight. Coach Ryan is away. You stepped up to the plate and had such a dominant performance. What were you talking to the team earlier to be able to get them to pull that
there is a Russian league.
You know, we all put it together.
I think it's like Russian, or I think even like Ukrainian too.
Balance of Nature, you already know. Our team, what can I say about our team? You know, we put it all together. Philly squeaked a win out of us. They got lucky. But our team came together. We have a great talent. Shout out to Houston, you know. Home, Houston, thank you for your hospitality with us, and it's on.
Wonderful. Looking ahead, what are you looking to keep building on this momentum moving forward into your next fight? And I believe it's about 14 days out.
Yeah, definitely. We're going against your home team, Boston, you know.
I'll see you there.
Yes, ma'am. We're just looking to keep the momentum going. Boston has a great team. We have a great team. We just got to put it together and keep winning.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, Houston.
Sir, there has been so much echo. I'm just going to put this out there. I can't wait to see you fight Skylar, because the two of you have such a similar, fun, funky, tall, lanky style. It's going to be really, really exciting. So talk to us a little bit about tonight's round. You obviously had a massive reach advantage. You started kind of feeling like you were playing with that a little bit. What was going on?
Well, in the first round, it was quite dynamic. Kind of brawled it out, got the knockdown. But in the second round, I was like, why not show some skills, some fun, stuff that I can do in the ring. So I started dancing around, putting my hands down, and just playing with the opponent.
Just enjoying the rounds. And we saw that. We saw the switch stance. You're really having some very fancy footwork in there and just touching with that jab. And excellent performance. Way to bring in that knockdown coming out of the launch rounds.
Thank you for everything. Every time I step in the ring, I get better and better.
I had an idea for a show where you have guys fight their possible future father-in-law for the right to
next event, I can't wait.
We'll see you in Boston, sir.
Hey, yo. You know how many people would? You know how many fathers would sign up for that show?
Round of the night in your
so
debut,
quick?
not only in the pros, but also step in tonight.
They were like,
and
"Oh,
get
you dating my daughter?
Night with a
You want her hand in
knockdown
marriage?"
coming into that second round. Girl, what did you see to be able to kind of put the juice on to be able to pull that off?
Well, one of my teammates, Ryan Pino, he told me to step into my punches and use my power. And then before, my dad was telling me, I'm able to knock her out, and I have the power and speed to do it, so just do it. And I was like, okay. So I listened, and I put it into action.
There you go. Just putting that precision down. Awesome work tonight. I mean, we are just so excited to see you grow. It's very Jury Rodriguez-esque to how she had such a dominant performance last year. You have that same energy. So anything that you're looking forward to or you're building on every time you get in the ring?
Well, I'm learning every single time. Every single fight is a new experience, so I'm trying to build off of that. And yeah, it's a learning experience overall, being in TBL.
She says so quaintly. Excellent work tonight. Congratulations, well-deserved. And NYC attitude.
All right, thank you, Amelia. Nice job down there tonight. And it's been quite an evening. Dave Bontempo and Al
I'm
Bernstein.
satisfied.
All the way, some very big moments for New York, some good ones for Houston as well. And the Balance of Nature highlights, the round number 16, and it's Natalie again.
Yeah, Natalie Zempetica. She was just riveting tonight. And against Jessica Del Boni, she really showed her power in the second round when they fought. She had landed some great shots, including that right hand that is a signature fight for her. And then in this cruiserweight matchup, the second matchup between Yves Telly and Andrew Stevens, and they went at it. Stevens, who jumped all the way up from 168 pounds to fight this big cruiserweight, twice got the job done in this matchup, which is pretty extraordinary.
Did an excellent job with that, and so he gets a double, the second one forward. So basically, I think New York made a point. They're talking about they can't wait for Boston, and yeah, that's a couple weeks down the road, and so some good rivalry there.
Yeah, and I think what's intriguing tonight is
hey Willie, are you sure with you joining me tomorrow for ROW or no?
That weren't here.
I don't remember if you said you were.
Fighters had to step up. Well, guys like Sean stepped up tonight, and a couple of other boxers. Rodriguez is a perfect example, and
okay.
They really
all right, brother, man. Hope you have a good night, man. Get some good rest.
We're missing a couple
I'll talk to you later, brother.
Are considered stars on this team, but we're not going to let our team down.
Teams love to show their depth, especially early in the season, and make some people stand up, as you saw some of the highlights and the celebration going on for New York. Now you take a quick peek. Philly and Vegas, pretty much a super matchup, and two teams that know each other very well, and some interesting personalities and twists to that.
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned how well Vegas did during the course of the season last year, and I've broadcast a bunch of fights with their fighters elsewhere beyond TBL, so I'm very familiar with all the great Cuban-originated fighters that are on that team. Their coach David Anthony does a great job with them, and of course the Philly Smoke. I mean, they have some great fighters on that team, and that comeback win against New York, I think, was really pretty extraordinary to start off this season. And I think that kind of sent a message for them that, hey, we're here. We got all the way to the Mega Brawl last year. We are not going to go quietly into the night this season.
Jesse Hart, big knockdown, knockout, set it up for Philly. Kai Brooks, big knockout for Vegas, changed that one around. And this time, the knockout artists will both be in the house.
Yeah, and you mentioned Kai Brooks. Can't wait to see him begin his TBL season. He is so exciting, and one of the themes we talked about throughout the evening was the heavyweights and how exciting the heavyweights have been in team boxing and how continuing, we think that story is going to be all through the season.
All right, Philly and New York, the summit. We cannot wait for that, and we're so glad that you have joined us here.
Yeah, we'll be back live with more team boxing on Sunday.
For Jason and everybody in the production.
Saturday we're doing ROW.
For Amelia Moore, and for all of you who tuned in around
we're doing
ROW
on Saturday,
all throughout the country,
and then more team boxing on Sunday.
Tempo saying so long. Thank you for joining us. More TBL will be coming to you very soon. Good night, everybody.
All right, y'all. We're going to call it a night here. I appreciate y'all, man, hanging out. I might come back on to do some gaming. But if not, I will be back on tomorrow for ROW. And then Sunday for more TBL. All right. Let's find somebody that we could show some love to and drop a raid.
Last time, man, because I didn't realize it was in the middle of my shop. He's like, come back here. I did not try that, but that back focus might be a
Who should we read? Be on the lookout for more shorts and clips being posted every single day. I'm about to post some clips for Armored MMA. Some more Rumbleverse stuff. Trying to get Rumbleverse back, man. I hope we can do that. And then we'll get some more old clips as well. Let's show some love. Let's show some love to the homie Cesar Aquino Music. He's doing some GTA RP. He's in Midnight City. It's the same RP server I'm in. So let's show him some love, all right? All right, y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I hope y'all all have an amazing night. If y'all do see me back live, I'll probably be live back on TikTok, Kick, and possibly Twitch. Probably playing some games. All right.